another morning in Africa with coffee in bed. What could be better, right? Well, to give you a recap on yesterday, we saw a lion on a kill. Lion had killed a Cape buffalo at night. Two brothers did. And we saw one guarding the kill, and then the other brother was fat and lazy, sleeping in the bush in the high grass. From there, we got a call of a leopard. We came upon the leopard underneath the Baobab tree in some rocks. We got a couple of photos from that. Nothing, they're okay. And the encounter itself was absolutely incredible. It just came out from underneath the tree, walked right towards us. I mean, absolutely walked right towards the vehicle. And with the 300, I was way too close. I have one shot of, it's just spots, just the side of just spots. I was, that's how close he came, So then he went in the bushes, in the deep bush, hid under some bushes. And we waited for probably 2 hours, never came out. Then went and had breakfast. Then we went back to see the leopard, and the leopard was still hiding. A complete cackle of vehicles showed up. And so we decided to leave it, let it rest, and then we went back, saw the lion, still guarding the kill, and then we just came back to camp around 12, and had lunch, took a siesta, had an iced coffee before going out again. 4 o'clock we depart for the evening game drive, see the lion and the kill, watched a massive herd of Cape buffalo come in and drink from the spring there. Probably came as close as maybe 50 yards from the lion, but they didn't challenge it, they didn't push it off. But it was interesting to see both species aware of each other, that's for sure. Then, to be quite honest, the smell of the carcass was making me a little queasy, so I asked our guide to go and let's just spend time with the leopard, see if the leopard's still there. And so we drove out there, had the 70 to 200 on, and then the 300. So with the 300, I peered into the bush and bumped up the exposure, and with the exposure simulation, I could see the spots of the leopard. It was, that's all I could see. I could see the fur basically in the spots. And then next thing you know, he's moving, and I'm like, he's out. And Simon was the first one to start the Land Cruiser. We got his sight of him. He was walking towards the river and had his back to us. Samuel, boom, maneuvers the car to an open view where we could have him, and the leopard begins to walk to one of the trees that we saw him at early in the morning. Jumped up on a giant boulder, and I took a couple photographs there, and then other Land Cruisers are maneuvering in, and they don't have as nice a view as what Samuel was able to give us. So they're moving back. So I have a couple shots, and I see the other vehicles in the frame. So I shoot kind of off-centered a bit, quite an extreme off-center. So I decide, okay, 600 would be good here because I can just shoot tight, get him full frame, and no vehicles in. And right when I reached down to put down the 300 to get the 6, he jumped up into the tree. so I missed that. But we were able to get him chilling in the tree, and it was just such a beautiful sight to see. And his limbs are just blowing in the wind, just like the limbs of the tree and the leaves. And he was so relaxed and chill, and just a wonderful, wonderful wildlife encounter of an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful animal. The photographs from the morning, in my opinion, they're not anywhere near as engaging or as good as the photographs from the evening session. And I think that, again, points to that relationship. We were able to get better quality of images because I think we really just knew the surroundings. We knew where he might be, where he might go, and we got a little lucky with that, of course. But you get lucky when you put the work in. Let's just be honest about that. So Samuel, thank you. Christian, thank you. Silly Africa, thank you. This has been a wonderful, wonderful safari thus far. We have 3 full days left. Today we're gonna go towards the lion, see if it's still on the kill, see if there's any interaction of species, then check the area of the leopard, and then the wild dog. So we have a lot of options for us, and hopefully we get lucky again today. We'll see. All right, I'm going to finish up my coffee and have a couple of cookies, and we're going to get this Sunday game drive going. Wonderful. Other good news, there's a lot of Arsenal fans here at this camp, so we get to talk a lot of soccer, and I even got score updates yesterday. Of course I could catch it with the Wi-Fi here, but it's always nice to hear it from a fellow Gooner. So, alright, we'll leave you with that. Have a wonderful day. Aloha.
We roll up on the river once again, and this is going to be the focus of the next couple mornings' game drives. We know we have a kill here, and we still have the 2 lions on it. I asked Samuel to stop so we could try to see the lions make the greeting, and while it's nice to see it here on video, unfortunately I missed it with the photograph. And I believe I swore to myself in consternation, getting used to doing the video, and what I realized is you're going to give up some opportunities for photography during the video. So I just got to get better at both, actually. Here we see one lion chasing vultures and jackals away. It's really interesting to see the mix of species and the interaction of species, and while it is a bit grotesque seeing lions on a carcass and vultures on a carcass, it does remind us of the cooperation in nature.
So we came back to the lions with the kill. We have 2 male lions here, still on the same Cape Buffalo kill from yesterday. We'll see if we can catch some interaction of species, catch them playing, do a little video as well. Lion just sneezed, I hope you heard that.
On the way back to camp one afternoon, we see vultures on the kill, no lions in sight. It was amazing. At first there were 0 vultures, and then 1 or 2 would hang out in the trees, and now it looks like there's 100 or so. The next morning we came back to the kill. No lions on it this time, just vultures and hyena. I was amazed that the carcass lasted this long. In the Serengeti, I think it would be gone in a day. Samuel maneuvers the vehicle so that we can get a decent shot. I find photographing hyenas to be quite chaotic. The atmosphere is always a little messy, as it were. So I use the reflection to hopefully give some symmetry to the scene, give it a calming presence, and it's kind of difficult to do with the carnage that we're seeing, but this is the circle of life, and again it points to the cooperation of the ecosystem, a cooperation that allows others to live and new generations to grow strong. The circle of life that you'll see on a safari is humbling, to say the least. watching lions on a Cape buffalo kill, then vultures, then jackals, then hyena, and leaving that grotesque scene, grotesque but necessary, and leaving that scene to see the giraffes and their graceful, silent stride is absolutely fantastic. It presents a nobility to their existence and to their life, and it makes me question, what in the hell are we doing with our life and the gift of life that we have? Where is our grace and nobility and dignity in the cycle of life? Yeah, being out in the bush, you begin to question things. You begin to see things differently. You begin to be more appreciative of all of the blessings that you have. Alright, I must be honest with you, I am not a birder. I like birds, but I ain't a birder. I'm not one for a life list, but I do like to see cool birds, and I don't think there is a cooler bird around than the lilac-breasted roller. This bird is spectacular. It is absolutely the most striking bird I have ever seen, and I promise you, you will have a wonderful time trying to photograph this beautiful bird. Catch it on a tree, catch it flying, catch it in the tall grass, wherever you can, catch it. Once you get a couple in the bag, then go for it in flight. Ruaha has lots of rollers and lots of hornbills, a wide variety of hornbills. Here we see the northern red-billed hornbill. This one is the Van der Decken's hornbill, and the next is the Tanzanian red-billed hornbill. And I use Merlin Bird app to identify these birds, so if I made mistakes, let me know in the comments, but please forgive the mistakes if I did make mistakes. Samuel and Jackson went around to help me identify these. In the bush, your guide will tell you every single bird that you see, tell you the calls as well. Yeah, so if you're a birder, go to Africa, you will be amazed. And if you're not a birder, go to Africa and you will be pleasantly surprised at all the beautiful birds that you will find. And it's likely you'll have a new appreciation for our feathered friends. Like this hammerkop. Striking bird. Never saw it before, but I saw it a lot in Ruaha. And then we have some raptors. Lots of tawny eagles. I took a couple pictures of them. None of them really turned out that great. And I was trying to find a snake eagle. I had one snake eagle, but couldn't find it for this video. The eastern chanting goshawk, saw one every day. Kestrel, quite a cool kestrel here, the gray kestrel. And the African fish eagle. The African fish eagle will feature prominently in episode 3 because it was an indicator for a wonderful wildlife encounter. And my favorite, owls, yay! And I really like this spotted owlet here. Thanks to Samuel, he knew where all the owls were hanging out. And this brings us to the end of episode 2. Episode 3, we're going to start with some landscapes, and we'll talk about the difficulty of photographing landscape while on safari. And we're going to close with a sundowner scene. No animals, but a beautiful rainbow, and my guides, Samuel and Christian. Thanks so much, guys. You were a blast to hang out with.
Hey, guys. All right.
And
Karibu.
enjoy the Sundowner. Yes, Karibu, Asante Sana. Enjoy the Sundowner. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Mahalo. Part 3 coming soon. Talk to you then. Aloha.